www.databasehomeworkhelp.com https://www.databasehomeworkhelp.com email info@databasehomeworkhelp.com info@databasehomeworkhelp.com contact us +1 678 648 4277. Version history. In the lab assignments in 6.830, you will write a basic database management system called SimpleDB. For this lab, you will focus on implementing the core modules required to access stored data on disk. In future labs, you will add support for various query processing operators, as well as transactions, locking, and concurrent queries. SimpleDB is written in Java. We have provided you with a set of mostly unimplemented classes and interfaces. You will need to write the code for these classes. We will grade your code by running a set of system tests written using JUnit. We have also provided a number of unit tests, which we will not use for grading but that you may find useful in verifying that your code works. The remainder of this document describes the basic architecture of SimpleDB, gives some suggestions about how to start coding, and discusses how to hand in your lab. We strongly recommend that you start as early as possible on this lab. It requires you to write a fair amount of code. Database homework help. 0. Find bugs, be patient, earn candy bars. SimpleDB is a relatively complex piece of code. It is very possible you are going to find bugs, inconsistencies, and bad, outdated, or incorrect documentation, etc. We ask you, therefore, to do this lab with an adventurous mindset. Don't get mad if something is not clear, or even wrong. Rather, try to figure it out yourself or send us a friendly email. We promise to help out by posting bug fixes, new tarballs, etc., as bugs and issues are reported. And if you find a bug in our code, we'll give you a candy bar one. Getting started 1. Getting started. These instructions are written for Athena or any other Unix-based platform, example Linux, Mac OS, etc. Because the code is written in Java, it should work under Windows as well, though the directions in this document may not apply. We have included section 1.2 on using the project with Eclipse. Download the code from http://db.csail.mit.edu/6.830/6.830-lab1.tar.gz and untar it. For example, Database homework help. SimpleDB uses the Ant build tool to compile the code and run tests. Ant is similar to Make, but the build file is written in XML and is somewhat better suited to Java code. Most modern Linux distributions include Ant. Under Athena, it is included in the zip locker, which you can get to by typing add zip at the Athena prompt. Note that on some versions of Athena, you must also run add Java to set the environment correctly for Java programs. See the Athena documentation on using Java for more details. To help you during development, we have provided a set of unit tests in addition to the end-to-end tests that we use for grading. These are by no means comprehensive, and you should not rely on them exclusively to verify the correctness of your project. Put those 6.170 skills to use. To run the unit tests, use the test build target. Database homework help. You should see output similar to. The output above indicates that 2 errors occurred during compilation. This is because the code we have given you doesn't yet work. As you complete parts of the lab, you will work towards passing additional unit tests. If you wish to write new unit tests as you code, they should be added to the test/simple directory. For more details about how to use Ant, see the manual. The Running Ant section provides details about using the Ant command. However, the quick reference table below should be sufficient for working on the labs. Database homework help. 1.1 Running end-to-end tests. We have also provided a set of end-to-end tests that will eventually be used for grading. These Tests are structured as JUnit tests that live in the test/simple/systemtest directory. To run all the system tests, use the systemtest build target. Database homework help. This indicates that this test failed, showing the stack trace where the error was detected. To debug, start by reading the source code where the error occurred. When the tests pass, you will see something like the following. Database homework help. 1.1.1 Creating dummy tables. It is likely you'll want to create your own tests and your own data tables to test your own. Implementation of SimpleDB. You can create any .txt file and convert it to a .dat file in SimpleDB's heap file format using the command. Database homework help. Where file.txt is the name of the file and n is the number of columns in the file. Notice that file.txt has to be in the following format, where each int n is a non-negative integer. To view the contents of a table, use the print command. Where file.dat is the name of a table created with the convert command, and n is the number of columns in the file. 1.2 Working in Eclipse. Eclipse is a graphical software development environment that you might be more comfortable with working in. The instructions we provide were generated by using Eclipse 3.4.0, Ganymede, for Java developers, not the Enterprise Edition, with Java 1.5.0_13 on Ubuntu 7.10. They should also work under Windows or on Mac OS. Database homework help. Setting the lab up in Eclipse. Once Eclipse is installed, start it, and note that the first screen asks you to select a location for your workspace. We will refer to this directory as $W. On the file system, copy 6.830lab1.tar.gz to $w/6.830lab1.tar.gz. Ungzip and untar it, which will create a directory $w/6.830lab1. To do this, you can type tar pzxvf 6.830lab1.tar.gz. With Eclipse running, select file-new-project-java-java project and push Next. Enter 6.830lab1 as the project name. On the same screen that you entered the project name, select Create Project from existing source and browse to $w/6.830lab1. Click Finish, and you should be able to see 6.830lab1 as a new project in the Project Explorer tab on the left-hand side of your screen. Opening this project reveals the directory structure discussed above. Implementation code can be found in src, and unit tests and system tests found in test. Note that this class assumes that you are using the official Sun release of Java. This is the default on Mac OS X, and for most Windows Eclipse installs, but many Linux distributions default to alternate Java compilers. These instructions for Ubuntu Linux may be of help in switching Java versions. If you don't switch, you may see spurious test failures in some of the performance tests in later labs. Database homework help. Running individual unit and system tests. To run a unit test or system test, both are JUnit tests and can be initialized the same way. Go to the Package Explorer tab on the left side of your screen. Under the 6.830lab1 project, open the test directory. Unit tests are found in the simple package, and system tests are found in the simple.systemtests package. To run one of these tests, select the test. They are all called *test Java. Don't select testutil.java or systemtestutil.java. Right-click on it, select Run As, and select JUnit Test. This will bring up a JUnit tab, which will tell you the status of the individual tests within the JUnit test suite, and will show you exceptions and other errors that will help you debug problems. Running ant build targets. If you want to run commands such as ant test or ant systemtest, right-click on build.xml